joining us today. We're at Cedar Creek Koi Farm, and we are with Jamie and Tina Young, who are winners of our 2023 Prettiest Pond Contest. So, we want to thank you so much for joining us today and being here to talk about your pond and everything, the winning pond. There were so many beautiful submissions. This was such a fun project that we done. We can't wait to do it again next year. But we are going to do this as long as we're in business. I think it was fun for you guys too, right?
It was.
Yes, it was. It was a lot of fun. We have enjoyed our ponds, and Jamie has put so much work into them. So I just was like, I want him to win. So it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. That's awesome.
It.
You know, and you two as a couple, we love having you guys visit the farm because, you know, y'all are very courteous of each other, and, you know, you make decisions together, and that's really, really good as ponders, you know, because we all know that the husbands normally end up building our ponds for us.
For sure. I know I'm always saying, like, I'll say, well, I helped build it, but really, I didn't do much. I encouraged, you know, but he did all the work.
I do the designing, and then, of course, Melvin's like, are you serious? Like, how am I going to do that? And I'm like, make it happen, baby, make it happen.
That's right. That's right.
So, the whole reason that we've had you guys come today is we've decided that we wanted to start highlighting ponds. And who better to start with than our winners of our Prettiest Pond Contest. And so we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to ask them some questions and have them answer, dating back from the beginning of the first pond to today. So you guys just hang in there with us. And if you have any questions that we didn't ask today that you guys would like to know, feel free to comment them below. And I'm sure that you guys would love to answer the questions.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
So before we get started with the questions and all the answers and the fun stuff, we want to give you your award.
Yay!
So as promised, they are going to get a framed award. We loved doing this because we got to design it ourselves, and it was just more of an intimate situation where we knew we were designing it for some of our customers, that we were going to get to give something personal to some people that we really appreciate. So we want to present the award to you for the first annual Prettiest Pond, and congratulations to you guys.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's so pretty.
It is.
Cedar Creek Koi Farm proudly presents first annual Prettiest Pond Award to Jamie and Tina Young. Woo!
Yes, congratulations. Now, with that comes a 25% off item, and that's anything that we have here at Cedar Creek Koi Farm. We have koi, we have butterfly and standard, we have pond plants, we have bog plants, accent plants, we have chemicals, and we also have some food, some premium food. So
Yes,
you guys get 25% off anything, and we also have this card for you. This card means that you get 10% off anything, anytime you purchase here at Cedar Creek Koi Farm. So if you guys come tomorrow and you come 10 times and make 10 purchases, you get 10% off 10 times.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So,
Thank you.
Well, I will say Stephanie has been very kind, and we bought her koi food already, and they absolutely love it. Our fish love her
They do.
food.
awesome.
So
That's
she's been awesome to work with.
Well, I appreciate that very much. We try to run our farm as a very giving and caring and fair atmosphere, and we hope that every customer sees that. And we really appreciate your guys' kind words.
Well,
So.
thank you.
You've been super kind.
Well, thank you. So now let's get to the good juicy stuff, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first question that we have is, when did you start building ponds?
Probably about 2010, something like that. I bought a house and it had just a little bitty pond there. Then, you know, I really enjoyed it. That's when I really started just really enjoying ponds and waterfalls and stuff. So then I built a bigger one with a waterfall and stuff like
You
that.
always have to go bigger.
Oh,
Yeah, go bigger, go home.
So 2010. So
Yeah.
you've been building them for about 13 years then.
And now we got our third one. So I've built 3 since then.
Sweet. That's awesome.
You
Yeah.
got that other one you built from
Yeah, that's true. I got another one too.
So you
4.
built 4.
4 of them, yeah.
Well, with your first pond, what inspired you to build it?
I guess after just that little bitty one, I started just messing around with it. Then I got on Facebook just looking at all the other koi pond owners and stuff and just seeing how beautiful they was. So it made me want to have a bigger pond, a beautiful pond, and the fish are just beautiful too.
Yeah, they are, and so peaceful. Like,
Oh my god.
I can be mad at the world or just the saddest that I could be and just go sit by the koi pond and it just something changes in you, you know.
Yeah.
So they really are a mood changing type situation, and anybody that has one knows that,
Oh,
you know.
Yes. I
So-
love water anyway. I'm a Pisces. That's my sign. So water is, I just love it. So I know I have spent countless hours like praying and singing, and I just have really enjoyed my ponds.
That's awesome. That's exactly what we build them for.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
And you know, the one I got now, it's probably the best one I've ever had. It's got a really nice waterfall. And just going out there hearing the water run, you know, me and Tina will be out there and sing and just pray and talk to God. And that's our place. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just so peaceful.
And that having a place like that on your property that's priceless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
Just to get away
all
from
of us ponders know that this is not a priceless. You know, I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
spend a lot of money doing this,
That's true. That's true.
but the end result is priceless.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know. So, how big is your actual pond now?
The one now, it's about 3,500 gallons. And it's 3 foot deep, so.
That's a pretty good size.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep. How many fish do you have in your pond currently?
Probably between 10 and 15. And you know, every year, we've got 2 real big ones. They're 10 years old, the 2 big ones are. And they have babies. So every year, you know, I mean, when they have babies, you're talking
Yeah.
probably 10.
Yeah, he's
They
had
have
to
a bunch of
move
babies.
some of the babies over to our other ponds.
Yeah.
And over the years, we've lost we've learned a lot during this pond, and we've lost some fish. Like, we had big fish.
Yeah.
And, like I tell people, if the chemicals that you get from either Cedar Creek Koi Pond or wherever you buy your chemicals, you have to be precise about what you put in the
You're
pond,
absolutely
or
right.
you will kill your fish. I know, because we have
I've done it.
scooped them out
have
and try
to.
to save them, and oh, it's terrible.
It
you
is.
hate to lose your fish.
You do. I will. You know, yes, we sell koi, and this is our business. But I will tell on myself. We actually had an outbreak of sap.
Huh.
And I had a koi. It was my biggest and it was my oldest, and he was probably, I would say, about 10 years old too. I mean, and he had an ulcer on the bottom of him that I never even knew he had.
Wow.
He never acted any funny or anything like that. And yes, there will be some critics out there that says, well, you need to pay more attention to your koi. You know, you do, but there's going to be certain times that you're not going to realize that something's going on.
Right.
And it broke out in my pond, and I lost just about everything.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
It was
you know,
sad.
yes, you have, you know, these fish really are resilient, but you have to really pay attention to what you put in your pond, and you have to pay attention to your fish. And I do. I check my fish every day, and there was no nothing.
Yeah.
You know, just all of a sudden, it just got this big ulcer, and it was too late, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, they are right. You know, check the directions. You actually answered my next question, which was, how old is your oldest fish?
Oh, yeah.
And you said 10 years old.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's really good. You know, these things can live to be outlive us.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know.
It says they could live up to like 60 years
Yeah.
or so. I mean,
Yeah, 60 to 70,
Yeah.
75 is the lifespan, and it's, you know, that's crazy.
yeah, they
Yes,
could.
To
That
know
is.
that you've owned something that long, you
I
know.
know.
So, this is a question that I love asking people. I know what my answer is just off the bat, but what is your favorite koi? Tina, do you want to answer yours?
I love the butterfly koi. I think they're
You-
beautiful,
oh.
and I do love we have some go fish too, and the big fin go fish. I think they're
Yeah.
beautiful.
They are
Yeah.
beautiful, yes.
But I love the real colorful ones. I've got a real pretty orange one I love. I have a yellow one that I watch for. Like, I just love all the colors
Mhm.
and stuff.
I think the more colors you have, the better your pond
Yeah.
is. But
Yes.
that's just me. That's
Yes.
just a personal preference. So, Jamie, what about you?
I like the butterfly koi too, just because of the fancy fins and stuff
Mhm.
on it. I mean, they're very beautiful.
They are. They are.
They
And the-
almost look like an angel.
Yes.
You know, when they're in the water.
yes, and the bigger they get,
Yes.
the more beautiful they get. So, Tina, I know that your pond was submitted. You submitted for Jamie, and Jamie submitted for you. Your pond was submitted, and I know that it was mentioned that that pond was built for you in a trying time. How did you feel? And that was a surprise pond.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel when you come home and you had like one pond, but you come home to two?
That was a very emotional time. We had been in Minnesota for almost 2 months at Mayo. My son, people that know me knows that he has battled cancer for 6 years. And he was having a really extensive surgery done on his esophagus and had been very, very sick and septic, and I know you're medical, and had been on a vent, had even been on a ventilator, and it did not look good at all. Well, I would call home and talk to Jamie, and I had sent him, I had went to this restaurant. This is how it all come about. And it was this little restaurant. It had like a little creek running through it, running down into like a pond.
Oh wow!
And I sent it to him, like a video. I said, "This is so pretty. You should make me one." Honestly, it was just kind of a joke,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because I thought, you know, he don't have time. He's got, but you know, when I got home, since we were gone, I think Jamie just put all of his time and energy into building that pond for us.
Wow.
Because, you know, it was his way of an escape, because I was dealing with so much and was needing so much from him, but yet he was so far away.
Mhm.
So it's, you know, I could cry talking about it, because, you know, it's like I said in my video, it was honestly an act of love, you know, that he built that
Yeah.
for us. And, you know, so
We got
it'll
enough-
always be special.
We've got enough ponds going around. We don't need water parks because you're gonna get me going too. Because you know that is something. You know, we talk about these koi ponds being priceless. We just spoke about that. That pond,
Yeah.
It's special.
it's special, and you could never put a price on that.
Never.
You know, and knowing that you're dealing with what you're dealing with, and you know, you make the joke, and then you come home and it's like, bam, you know,
Yeah,
it's
and,
right
and
there.
honestly, I mean, it looks so good. I mean, he started out up here, just like a little creek, and it goes down into a pond, and I have my goldfish in there that I told you I liked, and, you know, like I said, it's just very special, and I was really happy about it, and
Yeah.
I still love it, and, you know,
Well, you know,
God is
it's a way to focus.
yes.
You know, I couldn't imagine being away from my spouse. You know, with that going on, and
It was a very tough time.
you know, so it was a great way to refocus your energy,
Yes.
and you're doing something loving for your
Yeah.
wife. You know,
Yeah.
that was
So-
just
so
just
sweet.
awesome.
Yes.
So, but I'm sure that pond will be absolutely like, don't touch. It is what it is. Leave it
yeah,
alone.
he's kind of
for the rest
redoing it a little bit, putting, not really changing it, just making it the filter, so it'll
Yeah.
be a little cleaner.
Little,
and- yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
super excited to see how it's going to turn out. Jamie's since we submitted our ponds, he's doing work to them now. So
Oh,
he's
wow.
always and he was gonna build a third pond. And I was
Ponding
like,
is never
yes,
done. Like
and like you said, it is very expensive.
it is.
But he loves it, and I try to support it, and we both get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
And that's the whole purpose of
Yeah.
them. You know, that's it. So how did you feel when Jamie finished the big pond?
Oh, so excited! When we had bought our house in 2020 when we moved there, and we loved our home. And he said he was going to build us a pond back there, and I thought, what? And then COVID happened,
Oh.
and he had some. I forget.
I got laid off.
He got
because
laid
of
off
COVID
because of
and stuff.
COVID, and so he had extra time. And I will never forget, he brought this backhoe in there.
Yeah.
Started,
Yeah, 'cause
and I have
you did.
pictures from like the ground up, like
Yeah.
he was down in the ground
Oh wow.
building and digging. I mean, he did start the hole with the backhoe, but he dug a lot of it out by hand.
The shelves. and
Made
Wow.
the
stuff, yeah.
shell. I mean, he really did a lot of work.
That's the rough thing about these ponds is you've got to hand dig a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
it. You know.
Yes, he did.
Especially the shells and stuff.
Yes.
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 So I got pictures of us down in that hole getting pictures.
Yeah.
I really got the pictures, but he did the work.
Well, I think you kind of answered my second question. I was going to ask if you, or I'm sorry, my next question. I was going to ask if you were going to expand on this pond.
We've been working on it, Sam.
Yeah, he's already working on expanding. That's what I was telling you today. When we get our new stuff finished, we'll send you the finished project. But
Yes.
I don't know that Jamie's ever going to be finished because he's got something started in the front
Yeah.
also. So I feel like he's going to expand that as well.
I really don't think that, you know, a ponder is ever finished.
No.
No.
The
And, what-
littlest thing you can do to it, just
Mhm.
anything you do to it makes it look that much
and then
better.
everywhere we go, he buys plants, and he reads up on it that they're good for the fish. He'll get that, and then like we'll see a frog or we'll see a turtle, like a
Mhm.
The
concrete,
concrete ones, yeah.
and we'll think that'll look good at our pond,
Yeah.
So we just continuously buy flags, just
Yeah.
to try to make it look pretty. But we've planted a lot of flowers, and I have helped with that. We love our hydrangeas. I don't know if you noticed that in the picture, but they are just lined around. He got them at Lowe's, got a good deal.
No, I did not.
So
notice them.
they're
I
gonna
did
be
notice
beautiful.
the hostas hidden the rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love them. I love when people hide things
Yeah.
like that, and it looks just more of a natural environment.
That's what he
you
wants.
know.
Yeah.
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 So, well, you two have. So you built 4 or 5
Now,
ponds.
4 now, yeah.
Do you have any advice for? Let's start with a new ponder. Somebody who's never built a pond before.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for them?
I would definitely just get online. Like when I first done mine, because you can do so many different sizes, shapes, whatever. I just got on there online and looked at all the different koi ponds and stuff. And you can watch videos on there, and it shows you all kind of stuff to do. I
Mhm.
mean, there's a lot of them there.
Yeah.
Even on Facebook, there's all kind of like koi ponds
Mhm.
and stuff.
Koi pond lovers. And it gives you different ideas that maybe you didn't think about, or he's even Googled on how to,
Just anything.
just starting out, just to
Mhm.
how to build a koi pond. I know it sounds crazy, but it kind of just gives you some good ideas
It does.
when
It
you have
absolutely
no
does.
idea how to begin.
I mean, there's even videos on there. It does from start to finish.
Mhm.
It tells
Yes.
you how to do it.
Mhm.
Even digging the hole. I mean, it's everything.
Yes, there is a method to the madness. It
Yes.
really is. Tina being the spouse, and I'm sure you're probably like me, the kind of the designer. Like, hey, I want this. Hey, I want that. Do you have any advice for any new ponders?
Like, just like he said, just as we've just grow, just even me just starting out with him in 2020, just I had a little small pond at another place that I live, but I didn't build it. But I've always loved water.
Mhm.
So I was so excited. And I mean, honestly, when he started building it, I thought, this could be a swimming pool. And as deep as it was,
Mhm.
and but I have enjoyed it. Because at first I didn't know I would enjoy it as much as I have. So, but every morning, that's my first thing that I do.
Awesome.
Is go out and feed my fish. We talked to somebody who said, and we haven't got our fish to do this yet, but I want to try. They get their fish to eat out of their hands.
Mhm.
With Cheerios.
I've
Yeah.
not experienced that yet, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
I want to get my fish to eat.
I can get mine, the first sale ones. My other ones, the new ones I'm working on, because I had to totally redo my whole pond. If work your way down each day, just
Yeah.
go down a little
That's what they
bit
said.
further.
And they said they started out just
Yep.
and they would come up, and then eventually you'll get like some little Cheerios or something. They'll take it from your hand. So
Uh-huh.
I'm looking forward to that. So,
That's awesome.
To get them to eat from my hand.
That's
Now, I will
awesome.
say, like, I feed my koi fish in the same spot every day. Well, as soon as I walk up there, before I even put food out, they're all coming to that one spot. I mean, they know what
they
I'm
got
fixing to
their
do.
mouths
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
don't they?
They're smart.
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
are.
are. They are very smart. So, all right. So we've got people that have built ponds before. Do you have any advice for old ponders or veteran ponders or kind of seasoned ponders? Do you have anything that you've learned through this whole process that you would pass on to someone else that maybe they don't know?
Well, I just really, putting the plants in there helps a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
The shade on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just helps that water a lot too.
Yes.
And the fish love it. It gives them a place to hide and stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What about you? Go ahead.
I
I'm
even
sorry.
put rocks in the liner too, because that just makes it to
Yeah,
hide
that
that
just
liner.
makes it look more natural.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Natural is there's just something about walking up to a pond and looking like it's naturally
Yeah.
there, than artificial,
Yeah.
So it does change the whole looks of it and everything. So Tina, again, the spouse, the I want this, the designer. Do you have any advice for veteran or older ponders that maybe in the aspect that you could help someone?
Honestly, he does the most of it. I just love to enjoy it, but I would just say to, if you love it, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of money, but if you love it and it gives you enjoyment, then it's worth it, because, if it's something like our backyard has turned into an oasis. Honestly, like when I, go, that's where I like to spend my time in the evening. And so it's worth it to me. And that's why I was so adamant I wanted Jamie to win, because I know how much work he's put in it. And it meant a lot to me for us. We've spent a lot of time out there. If I could take pictures from the very beginning to now, like just to show how it's grown and just how much time we've spent out there. Well, a lot of my friends know, if you're my Facebook friends, you know that I share a lot of my fish pictures, and I'll be out there and talking to people, and during I'm not, going through a kid with cancer was very trying, and I would pray out there a lot, and that's where I talk to God, and I know you can talk to God anywhere, but it was just my place.
Your place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful, and I appreciate all y'all out there who voted for us.
Yeah, me
and
too.
we really do, because there were some beautiful ponds that was submitted, and I said, we got to step our game up. We got to get our friends to vote for us. So, I appreciate it. Everybody knows a lot of family. Jamie has a big family. They know how hard he's worked, and wanted to see him win the Prettiest Pond Contest. So thanks so much.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate it too.
I'm really hoping, which, do you guys have any other questions, or do you have any questions for us, or any questions, that you would like to address to the audience, or, anything that you guys want to add?
No, not really.
Just keep ponding.
Just keep ponding. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's right.
We're hoping that we are considering doing this on a regular basis and considering calling it Pond Pondering. Where you know, we sit and we ponder about a pond, and we get to highlight one of your guys' pond. With that being said, we want to thank Tina and Jamie for being here with us today for our very first, what we hope, episode of Pond Pondering. And we want to congratulate you guys for winning. You had beautiful ponds.
Thank
you know, the fact that y'all actually gave, you know, mention to the other contestants, you know, that just shows what kind of people that you are. You know, y'all really are wonderful people. And yes, you all that submitted ponds were absolutely beautiful. And I am so glad that we didn't have to vote.
Yes.
Because that would have been a hard vote. But
Yes.
we hope everybody thinks we did it very fairly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everyone for, you know,
Yeah,
being
y'all gave
nice.
us ideas. So, you know,
Yeah,
seeing
that's
those
right.
other ponds, you know, that they inspire you. Like, oh,
Yes.
I really like that idea.
That
You
does
do.
And,
You do get
Leslie's
inspiration from
pond
everyone.
was just beautiful, and all the different stuff that she had, and her water
Leslie's,
feature was your water feature was beautiful.
Her
so-
water feature's huge.
It is.
It is huge.
So I was like telling Jamie, we need a bigger water feature.
I love her waterfall.
So,
It's
you
beautiful.
know, it's going to cost us more money, but that's okay. But we have enjoyed it, and we appreciate everybody that voted.
Yes, I think it turned out to be a very successful event. We're excited to do it again next year. While we're here, we actually are doing one for August. So we hope you guys enter for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first annual Prettiest Fish Award.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to have people submit any fish instead of just a koi fish, because you like your goldfish.
Yeah, I do. But my
And
goldfish
Jamie
are
likes
pretty.
his koi.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we hope that everyone can enter too, and we hope that every contestant that wins, that they will come and do Pond Ponders with us. With that being said, if you have a friend or you yourself would like to have your pond highlighted at Cedar Creek Koi Farm's page, we would love, love, love to highlight your pond. Sit around, do some pondering on your pond and pond ponders, and hope this thing takes off. Because I think that, you know, just talking today, I think somebody is going to get something out of this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's the make sure you follow the directions,
Yeah,
or,
for sure.
or you know, everybody can kill fish or have fish die. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
and I think that just sitting around and pondering about the ponds can help the next person. And you know, I'm all about, or we're all about here, sharing the love of koi and ponds and fish and the peacefulness. And
I was teasing Jamie, just a fun fact. So, how we killed the fish is he kind of didn't measure it out like he needed to in the beginning, and
Just throw it in
he
there.
just kind of threw it in there. Well, I had seen him out there just throwing chemicals
The whole bottle.
in the pool. I said, hey now, I don't want to end up like them fish. Are you measuring that out? So, you know, it's serious business.
It is.
And I didn't want to wind up like them poor fish.
yeah,
But it's taught us a lot. And
And you
anyway,
learn as you go. I mean, it don't matter if you just a new pond owner or 10 years, you learn as
you
go.
do, you
Every
do.
day.
I mean, we've had ponds for 20 years, I guess. And by no means do we think that we are like masters
Oh,
at
yeah.
this, you know.
right.
But I mean, we do know a little bit, and the whole purpose of us starting Cedar Creek Koi Farm is because you can't get local koi.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You know, yeah, you can go to the pet store, but you're going to pay a lot for a fish that doesn't really have good health,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
So that was the whole reason that we started this, and then it's turned into more of a fun thing for us,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
meeting other
Yeah, you
ponders
can
and
tell
getting
you
to
love
talk
it,
to
so-
them and stuff like that. And Melvin would be out here right now, but he just got off work and it's been hot, and he's
Oh, yeah. She's
But-
wonderful to work with. You can tell she loves what she does, and that's important too, because you don't want to go and buy from somebody or purchase something, they don't even know what they're talking about. When you ask her something, like, she can tell you about it. That's important.
Oh, thank you.
So, I think that's important.
And we do try to treat our customers. We try to, you're not really as much as a customer as what you are as a friend coming to our farm.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So we want to thank you all for your support.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Make sure that you, if you request to have your pond highlighted or you highlight someone else's pond, just message us. You can do it privately or you can just comment in the video, and we'll make sure to contact you guys and see if we can't get you guys on Pond Pondering.
Yes.
So
Thank you so much for voting
Yeah,
for
thank
Jamie
you.
and Tina. He's worked so hard. I'm so proud of him. Thank you.
we're going to close out this episode. Congratulations on being the first ones. Y'all are hitting the first on everything. So, from us here at Cedar Creek Koi Farm at Pond Pondering, just keep ponding.
Yes.
Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye.